Welcome back to the dive bar on this somber. Now that we're more like not really that somber because we're used to it now, but
I guess
Tuesday. Boys, how we feeling? I finally got home.
The dark cloud is above me right now, Bobby. It is fucking pouring, just like it's pouring on Dolphins Twitter right now, and everybody's crying like little fuckers. And I'm one of them. I'm one of them, brother. I'm fucking tired. How you feeling, Ghost?
I'm just happy to be here. Honestly, I mean, Panthers. They started their season this today, and it's going into the third period. So we definitely want to get some of you out of here. We appreciate you that are tuning into the Panthers game, tuning into the dive bar. David Dicker, we see you out there. Thanks for coming in. But yeah, man, I mean, it's another Dolphin season, another game in the books.
I guess Bobby just rolled the tape, I guess.
I suppose, so. Might as well.
Putting the helmet on is always tough.
The opportunity is right now.
Terrific defensive play. Intercepted. From the ball off the block. Two on the move. Going deep. Speed race. He's got Hill. He's got Hill. The Dolphins have recaptured the lead.
All right, we're gonna bump up the energy a little bit because the chat is bumping. We're here for you guys. We're gonna try to put on a good show. We're gonna be very objective here. We're going to talk about Chris Grier's offseason moves. Bobby was boots on the ground at the game. Fantastic game, by the way. What a really good game. One of the best games. One of the best games I've ever seen. Wonderful game. I walked in. I was like, wow, what a wonderful game this is. And you know, we'll talk about that. But I saw a good question in the chat to go over Chris Grier's offseason moves and seeing how they translated in the 2025 season, one quarter of the season of the way in. We'll talk about that. But I guess the best place to start, Bobby, you were boots on the ground, cool Dolphins event. Talk us through that.
Yeah, so you always hear about these events and people put stuff together and you never know what they're really going to be like. This was the biggest, most epic Dolphins get together I've ever seen. And now I don't go like Ghost is at every home game. He has more chances to see stuff like this. Yeah. This was incredible. And to be out of state, I think made it that much cooler. Because like we're in the middle of North Carolina, right? We're in Charlotte. Dude, they had a check-in list and everybody didn't even check in. But on the check-in list was 530 people. And some people, like I know my whole group we never checked in. So like we didn't get our sticker or nothing like that. But 530 people at least. And man, it was epic. They had a DJ, got to meet a bunch of cool people. Shout out to Dana and his wife. We hung tough all weekend, man. We went out after the event, went downtown, seen the city, got a burger. Dude, we did everything. We ran into Joey Jets.
Dude, I woke up to a phone call. Joey Jets. Hold on, wait. Let me pull it up just so you don't think I'm bullshitting you. Woke up to a missed call. I got to get through. There he is, right there. Joey Jets, right there.
Yeah.
Joey Jets.
That's real.
And I'm like, why the fuck is he? And I didn't answer. I was out. And Bobby or Joey Jets texted me. He's like, dude, I was out with Bobby Shouse. It's fucking crazy, dude.
Dude, I come out of the we were at like an Irish pub actually, which was super cool. And
oh wait, you just ran into him?
Yes, that's what I'm gonna tell you.
Oh my god.
This was like I didn't know him. I don't know him.
Yeah.
I come out of the Irish pub. And a guy's going in, and he looks straight like greaser. You know what I mean? Like hair slicked back, black button down, black pants.
Guido.
And he was like, dive bar? Because I had my hat on, of course. And I was like, yeah. He was like, dude, my brother runs that. And I was like, who's your brother?
He's such a bullshitter, dude.
Yeah. He was like, Blizzy. I said, dude, Blizzy's fins or die. I said, that he's not part of the dive bar at all. I said, me, Ghost, and Joe Robbie run the dive bar. He goes, are you fucking kidding me? Bobby Shouse? And I said, yeah. He was like, dude, Joey Jets. And I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, people hate you.
That's crazy. He's, to be honest, like offline, he's like a funny guy, good family.
No, he was cool. He was cool. We sit there and talk for like 5 minutes.
It's just funny. He just makes shit up, and he had Joey Jet sources for the longest time.
That guy
Yeah,
owes
I
more
talked to
money.
him about all
The guy owes more money to people than the brother from Black Rabbit.
By the way, did you notice, in that whole story, Bobby's like, I don't need no name tag at this event. He just snuck it in there. He was very subtle. He snuck it in there, though.
Yeah, I stopped listening halfway through. I'm so disappointed right now.
But that's cool. Shout out Dolphins Nation, whoever put that event. Who put the event on, Bobby?
Charlotte Fan Club, and then the Triangle Dolphins Club, and then the Positive Porpoise. Is it Porpoise?
Gotcha.
I did a good job though.
I think I met the Charlotte Fan Club guy. They're young guys, right? And I met them in Washington in 2023 when we played the Commanders. So they were a cool group.
Yeah, super cool people. I think Robin was my contact. He invited me when it first got announced. I said I was going to that game, and he reached out to me, gave me his number and stuff, and said, please let him know if I was coming and stuff. He was super cool. So shout out to Robin. Super dope, man. It was a great event. And like I said, rolling into the game, dude, we had a huge crowd. I think we outnumbered Panther fans, if I'm being quite honest.
It looked like it on TV.
Let's go Dolphin chants going like loud as shit during the game. There literally was nothing wrong with the weekend other than losing to the damn Panthers. Like, how do you go lose to the Panthers? Like, and dude, when it was 17-0, Waller's coming off the field like, dude, he's like going crazy. Like it couldn't have been any better. And then it just downhill from there. And that's where y'all guys come in. We talk about the game.
Joe probably looks a little stunned right now.
Yeah, he's stunned. Hey, my boy moved in 40 minutes.
He froze.
I'm only here because I love our chat.
All right, so here's what we'll do. We'll go through the first quarter, right? It was kind of like a snooze type fest type game. Miami comes into the game. They get the ball, which is great. I'm glad that honestly, like, we were deferring all year, and our defense just, I tried to love them. I tried to back them. I tried to get defenses did their job chance going, but we had to stop deferring at some point and put these teams on their heels at least just a little bit. Come out. We have an 11-play drive, 6 minutes long, kick a field goal, right? Panthers get the ball, drive all the way down the field, and Bobby, what does the defense do?
Bend, don't break.
They did their job. And I don't care. I was getting ripped by Tom Ace Lawyer. He, me and him go back and forth on Twitter.
I like him, by the way.
And he's funny as fuck. He's busting my balls because I'm like, you know how I am with the defense. I got to give. No one's giving them credit, so I got to give them. Credit's got to come from somewhere. And it's got to be a little over the top. And I mean, Bryce. To be fair, Chubb was in his face. He kind of scared him because Bryce Young. It was a read. It was a read option. Bryce Young, or it might have been like a play action, whatever, RPO, whatever you want to call it. His head's down, and then he looks up, and Bradley Chubb's directly in his face, and he just drops the football. And I'm like, dude, if Bradley Chubb wasn't there, he's not dropping the football. I mean, that's a turnover by the defense. So, Bobby, how are you guys feeling at that point in the game? Kind of a snooze fest up to that point.
No, like I said, it was like typical. Like, we go down and get a field goal, and then the defense is going to get ran through again. Yeah. And then they got the fumble. And yeah, you got to give Bradley Chubb credit. He was in position.
It did scare happening to be there.
It did scare the shit out of Bryce Young, though. He literally shit his pants.
Yeah.
And then he tossed Bryce Young out the club and jumped on the ball. But yeah, we're feeling good then. And then that's when we go down and get a touchdown. So it's 10-0. So we're feeling really good.
Yeah, it was a 14-play drive, 58 yards. Long sustained drive. It took half the quarter. It was about 7 minutes long. They come down, and then 2 plays later, what does the defense do, Bobby?
Mika.
Their job. They did their job. 2-play interception. To be fair, also, it was kind of a overthrow by Bryce Young. We've seen that interceptions as Dolphins fans when our team was on offense. We've seen that interception for like 5 years now. It's finally good to see, Bryce Young throw him. Might be an Alabama thing. Who knows? But he overthrows. Mika gets the pick, and we drive down in 5 plays. Really nice drives and score a touchdown. That's where the game kind of starts going downhill right there.
How does I gotta say something. How does a 1-3 football team let their fucking foot off of the gas? Who do you think you are at 1-3 to say that you come out in these pressers and you say, I don't know, we let our foot off the gas. Motherfucker, you're 1-3. Put your foot on their necks. What are we doing, boys?
No, I mean, you're right, because we go right from that touchdown. And then obviously the defense was going to give up some points at some point. I mean, like, let's be serious. We've seen how this defense has been playing. It's not good. It's not great. Panthers come back down.
Over this, and now talking about it, I'm fired the fuck up.
Panthers come out. Rico Dowdle gets on his fucking horse this drive. That is when Rico Dowdle show started. 12 plays, 76-yard touchdown, right into a Miami 3-and-out. 3 plays, -5 yards. We had Tua Tagovailoa pass short left to Devon Chain for 4 yards. Devon Chain left guard, 1 yard. And Tua Tagovailoa sacked for 10 yards. Terrible series by Miami going into halftime. Give the ball back to the Panthers. They drive down, kick a field goal. Not the worst thing, not the worst thing. They could have.
God, how are you so positive right now?
Go ahead, Bobby.
You're fucking with my brain.
I think he's trying to. He's lifting it up because it's gonna go.
The picture so good.
Oh no,
I'm me off so hard.
It's gonna fall. It's gonna fall off. Up until this point, it was good though.
We are winning at halftime. So.
Oh, by the way, at this point, I'm on Twitter just fucking screaming, "We're so fucking back! I'm fighting the urge.
Yeah,
we're
Joe.
So
I remember looking at my phone.
I'm the biggest asshole on Twitter right now.
I remember looking at my phone. Joe was like, "I don't want to do it. No, fuck off. We're back." And I was like, "Oh."
Yeah.
I'll tell you what really changed the game right here. The last drive, when we gave up the field goal that you said wasn't a big deal. Here's why I think it was. They went for it, if you remember, on 4th and 5 or 4th and 3 or something. We had them dead to rights. Once again, we can't tackle a quarterback.
Twice.
You got Bryce Young out here running around looking like Mike Vick, launching balls down the field. Great catch by Tech McMillan. That right there, if we stop him right there, we go get 3 more points, or we go get another touchdown to end the first half, and that's ball game. I literally remember saying that to somebody beside me. I said, wow, they're going for it at midfield already? I said, look, I understand, but this is ball game if they don't get it. And they got it. And that was where shit changed right there.
And it was a pretty decent conversion too. Where the hell was it?
Dude, Tate's a fucking dog.
Yeah, he's nasty, dude. I mean, first round pick.
Huge. He's just huge.
He was the best receiver in the draft. I mean, Tetaroa McMillan. But yeah, they drive down, get the field goal. I mean, everyone's kind of feeling little pins and needles, or like defense they got the 2 turnovers. That's great, but you got to at least get another stop somewhere in there. Panthers come out of halftime, drive down 5 plays, 39 yards, with pretty good drive. Rico Dowdle against to Miami 17 for 53 yards right out of halftime.
Them boys seeing it in person is insane, because it's like, they just go, we're going to, if a team decides to run the ball, dude, the gaps are wide open, and then no one ever fills. Like, the linebackers do not ever get there, ever. It's like crazy to watch live. It's like, dude, I don't even know how to put it. It's just like they decide they were getting past production on run game. Like, it may be better. Like, it was insane to watch. Rico Dowdle was like running through the fucking B gap, C gap, untouched. He wouldn't get touched until a safety tried to punch the ball out instead of tackling him, and he'd go 20 more yards. It was insane.
You know what was crazy is, like, kind of after that, every time that Bryce Young didn't hand the ball off, I'm like, thank God we have a chance. I was like, God damn, we have a chance. He's throwing the ball. Because, dude, every time he touched the ball, I mean, you're like, fuck, here we go again. And if you look at Eric, shout out O-line Eric. We shout him out all the time on Dolphins Twitter. Dude, the gap integrity, we have 3 guys in one gap. They're in the wrong gaps. I mean, I don't know what they're doing with Dotson, but he played terribly. Like, his gap integrity was absolutely awful.
Dotson was lost in the sauce.
It was really, really bad. Like, Dotson was really bad. I'm not going to lie. He did go out with a concussion. Of course, Willie Gay doesn't step in because they're so fixated on this fucking green dot shit. But that's a conversation for down the road. We got to get through the painfulness of this. Then snooze fest from there on out. Miami Dolphins punt. Carolina Panthers punt. Miami Dolphins punt. Carolina Panthers punt. 4th quarter. Miami Dolphins punt. Carolina Panthers punt. Dolphins punt. Then finally they break through. Carolina Panthers. First of all, this is a big deal on Dolphins Twitter. Okay. This is Miami Dolphins' last 7 possessions in the game. They punted 6 times and scored 1 touchdown. And people are acting like I have to stand up for the defense a little bit. here. I'm not saying they're good, but I will tell you what they did
Good
good.
thing.
Like we should have put 40 points on the Panthers. Like this game should have been over by the fourth quarter, but they punted 6 out of their last 7 final possessions of the game. And people are acting like a 17-0 lead is like, oh, we blew a 7. Nobody blows a 17-0 lead. That's just a first fucking quarter lead. Like you don't blow that. You know what I mean? Look at you, Robbie. So apathetic about this entire situation.
I've already ran the scenarios in my brain. I've already talked about this a million times, which is it's kind of the rough part about having a Tuesday show, and I'm also watching the Panthers game. It's the rough part about a Tuesday show is because we've had so much time already to complain and bitch and moan and groan, and by the time I get here, usually I'm back on board for like the 13-4 run or the 14-3 run, or right. So usually by now. But after seeing the way we finish games and the fact that this team really could have been 3-2, right? Like we've talked about it. It's just like enough is enough, man. Like
you fucker. I don't know. That's got to be set there. That's got to be set.
I think
Sorry.
he said leave, but I think leave is actually more fitting.
yeah. Like again, Ghost, God bless you, brother. I love you. You're a brother. But the narrative of the defense you got to cut it.
Listen,
you
they
got
got them
to cut
punts.
it, buddy.
They did their job.
They come out after the game and they said they let the fucking foot off the gas, dog.
I know.
I think
They
the best way to
literally came out
put
and
it,
said
that's
that.
culture.
Your leaders are out here saying, yeah, we were kind of just doing what we wanted. That was after what, week 1, I believe?
Yep. That was Bradley
Like,
Chubb, captain.
Dude, we all want to point the finger at Anthony Weaver, but these guys don't give a fuck.
No.
Is that an Anthony Weaver problem or is that a personnel problem?
And to bring that point in too is Jalen Phillips, lovable guy, works very hard. I think he's a very hard worker, dedicated to the game, loves the game. He's going to do everything he can to make himself better. But
he's
I don't know
not there
if you
yet.
guys need like media conference training or something. But he came out and he was like, dude, I don't think we were that bad. Like we did a lot of good things. Like, what the fuck, man? Like,
here's what I will say.
It gets worse. Like even the press conferences, shit just it's like they're trolling us, man. Like, are they trolling us?
Like,
Here's what I will say about the defense.
Go ahead, Bobby, go ahead.
The defense, I do agree in only this sense and this sense only. But this is not okay, though. So it's not like a fucking alibi or anything. They could have got off the field a million times. They get to like great 3rd and 8s. They get there all the time. They cannot get off the fucking field. They cannot. It's a defensive holding.
It's Weaver's fault, Bobby. Because the edges can't get pressure, it's Weaver's fault.
And I'll say this as far as who wants to blame what. I really just feel like it comes down to this. Did they blow a big lead? Could the offense have scored more points? Yeah, sure. Could the defense could have just kept shutting them out? Okay, but like the biggest thing is, and this is just how we look back at the whole season, they can't play complimentary football at the same time. So like this is what we get. We're getting 17-0 leads, but then the offense shuts down for 2.5 quarters. And then they throw a bomb to Waddle that we hadn't seen all year. It's just like, and now the defense can't stop anything. So it's the complementary football we're lacking. Yeah, if we could get on the same page at the same time, we'd see great production. We keep talking about this. The threshold. Now, when you look at this game, it's not good enough. You're not going to say it's good enough. But we all sit here before the season starts and know 24 points is the threshold in the National Football League. If you're scoring over 24 points, you probably win.
Mm-hmm.
We've lost 4 games.
It's the average.
Yeah, we've lost 4 games scoring 27 points or more.
Yeah.
And that's because we can't close out games. We're not playing complimentary football when it matters. So I don't really care to blame offense or defense. I blame everyone. When it's time for shit to work out, it doesn't.
And I'm not sitting here defending Weaver like hand and fist trying to defend him. But at the end of the day, a coach gives you a responsibility. It's up to the player to uphold that responsibility. If you have gap control, but you're trying to do too much and you're shooting different gaps and you're opening wide ass holes, making fucking Rico Dowdle look like Ricky Williams' snow game versus Buffalo. Like, how is that Weaver's fault? You're overdoing it. You're trying to do too much. These rookies are getting blown off the line. Kenneth Grant was playing linebacker, brother. Kenneth Grant was playing linebacker. What are we doing here?
Dude,
I get that Weaver is supposed to be the motivator. I get that Weaver calls the plays, but Weaver's not out there on the fucking field, dog. These guys don't want it enough.
Yeah,
you got fucking Jack Jones out here tackling people.
I think you kind of nailed it. Is they're trying to do They're trying to do too much. And like everyone has a run fit on a play. Like this is your gap. This is your gap. This is your gap. This is your gap. And Eric was putting out, yeah, we lost that one too.
They came back. Yep.
We were they're putting out tape and there's literally
He got me to laugh.
3 guys getting into a gap, the same gap. And it's their gap integrity is like, you're not there. We don't have 3 guys assigned to that gap. You have Jordan Phillips in the gap. You have Dotson in the gap. And then you have Jordan Brooks in the gap. And then you have Kenneth Grant getting blown back in all 4 of them. So it's like, God damn, man. And you're right. I mean, they're professionals. They're getting paid millions of dollars. If you put it on tape in front of them, they're going to tell you, I'm in the wrong spot. I'm in the wrong spot. I'm in the wrong spot. And it's like, how do you fix that? And it does come down to coaching, but guys got to execute. But I don't think that the front 7 is it's a talent issue. I don't know if it's a scheme issue. Last year, I mean, there wasn't so much turnover in the front 7. We actually have more guys back in the front 7 than we did last year. Last year, we were the top 10 in points against, and we were top 4 in yards per game against. It's like, how does this gap get so wide right now?
And by the way, Jordan Phillips, probably the best interior D lineman of the day, only played, I think, like 30% of snaps.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you something. I don't know the context of this, so I'm not trying to stir nothing up. But I didn't know what happened when we seen it. But Dana actually pointed this out to me. Tyrell Dotson was being restrained on the sidelines. And Jesus Christ, Joe. We got freight to take over here.
Lundell just took a puck to the face, dog.
Damn.
Oh, right to the nose, dude.
That's fitting. That's fitting for a Dolphins podcast.
That's fucked up.
What was I saying? Jesus Christ, Joe.
Sorry, bro. You don't get to see that
Freight
every
to
day.
take over here, dog.
Yeah.
Woo.
Dude, I lost it.
Goddamn, what was I saying?
I don't know,
Joe,
bro.
really?
You were the
We're
one
talking
who-
about gap integrity, talking about
Oh, no.
Weaver.
Tyrell Dotson had to be restrained by staff on the sidelines. And at the time, I was like, who the hell's he fighting now? That was when they must have told him he had concussion protocol.
Yeah.
Because that's when he never came back in the game. We were like, oh, he's over here trying to fight people. He's trying to fight Weaver. They took him out of the game for KJ Britt, which didn't make any sense to me at the time. When you're there, that's one thing about the game. You see a lot of things that no one sees, like the sideline stuff, what the coaches are doing. If somebody gets into a, interaction on the sideline, you see all that. But then you don't get the feedback of the, the broadcast. So you miss details. Like, I didn't know they called a fake timeout. I didn't even know that happened.
Twice.
Yeah, I didn't know that happened. So, like.
Yeah, Bryce Young, before the ball was snapped, turned and went like this.
And that guy beat
And
us.
then he snapped the ball. And I'm like, that's 2 penalties. 1 for the delay game and 2 which is a delay game for the fake timeout. Oh, my God. And then, so finally, we can close out this game, and then we get into the questions in the chat, the Greer stuff. They go down, they score. The score is 20-17, Carolina Panthers. Tua gets the ball, 3 plays, 57 yards. We finally see a bomb that I feel like we haven't seen since 2023. Right in the bread basket for Jalen Waddle. 46-yard touchdown. And we're feeling pretty good. There's a lot of controversy on Dolphins Twitter.
Here we go.
People are calling it a game-winning drive with 5 minutes left and Carolina having all 3 timeouts. I don't know where you put that in the situation, but people call it what it is. I do think, to be fair, I think it's counted as a game-winning drive, even if it's 14 minutes left in the fourth quarter and you're losing and you take the lead and nobody scores for the rest of the game. Technically that's a game-winning drive. It's actually I looked it up because I was going to troll VBS, but technically he's right. But I mean, in reality of things, with context, dude, come on. It's 5 minutes left.
It's a league-taking drive. When you look at the full context,
drive.
It was a big drive. It was huge at the time. Give it credit. We needed it more than ever. Yeah. And it was great to see. But there was 3 more possessions after that. I mean,
I did say at the time, I'm like, fuck, we just scored way too fast. I was like hoping Waddle tripped or something, like burn some time off the clock. I mean, we probably wouldn't have scored. But man, it's and then obviously the Panthers go down, they score. And that was a killer drive by the Panthers too. 8 plays, 83 yards, taking 3 minutes off the clock. I mean, but then, we saw it last night with Trevor Lawrence. He led 2 game-winning drives, and we get the ball back. 1:59 left on the clock. So 2 minutes left, and we have all 3 timeouts. I mean, people are saying that, like, oh, we shouldn't be put in that situation. Bro, when people had Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Ben Roethlisberger, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees. You had all these guys in that era. Coaches coached games around not giving them 2 minutes with 3 timeouts left.
Dude, the people around me were so upset when the Panthers took the lead at the end. And I was like,
it's 2 minutes and 3 timeouts.
I was chilling. They were like, ooh. I was like, this is what you dream of.
You're not exactly.
If you're really about it, I mean, if the offense is really about it, I'm not stressed. Why would I be stressed? They got 3 timeouts in 2 minutes. This is what you dream of. You're either about it or you're not.
And it's only to get in field goal range. They needed 30 yards.
Let's go, Dicker.
That boy Dicker. And it's just like I thankfully didn't get caught up in it because I just at this point, like, you don't really care too much. I could see if we had a winning record and then we lose to the Panthers, I'm fucking pissed probably. But I kind of just am like a watcher of the Dolphins Twitter feed. I jump in here and there. I don't really argue too much at this point. Don't really argue too much at this point. Bubba Gumpy, always checking in. We love you, brother. You got to get you out of here sometime. If Pat lets you, let's get you out of here, bud.
This team stinks.
Yeah, Gumpy, at this point, you just got to come on to help us fight the war. We just got to fight the war. You got to come fight the good fight with us one of these Tuesdays.
The dive bar is co-signing Fire Greer. Hashtag Fire Greer. Everybody posted Fire Greer.
Yeah,
hashtag Fire Greer. Beat the allegations. Stephen Ross, it's time to fucking lay on the sword. We don't care about your lawsuits. Care about the fans. Lay on that fucking sword. It's time, brother.
All right. So here's the thing. Here's the issue is I completely disagree, even though, we go these are our 3 plays. Tua Tagovailoa, pass short to left to Jalen Waddle, incomplete. Tua Tagovailoa, pass incomplete right to Jalen Waddle. Tua Tagovailoa sacked for 15 yards, or at the Miami 15 for -7 yards. At that point, there's 1:10 left. You got your timeouts. Are you going for it on 4th and 17, or are you punting the ball back to the Panthers? What are you doing?
I mean, so here's where my mind was at. The defense can't stop a cold. You give up 3, you still got a chance. Shorten the field. You got 3 timeouts. You shorten their playbook if you give them a red zone look. Yeah. You should have went for it on 4th down.
It's 4th
and at the end of the day, you can chuck it up. You can maybe get a PI call. You can maybe pick up the first down. Or even if you throw an interception, it's more yards down the field.
I don't disagree that they should have been 4-down territory there. What the problem is, every game-winning drive, we take a dumbass sack. We're talking about 7 seconds in the pocket sack. That was when the game ended. I knew the game was over. When we took the sack on 3rd down, the game was over. You could have went for it, whatever, but the game was over. It was never going to be converted after that. 1st down, the Waddle drop. Should have been a little more juice on it. The cornerback got his hand on it. Waddle probably turns that up for at least 8. The 2nd down, Tua gets happy feet, sells it. If Waddle doesn't get a fingertip on it, it's intercepted. The safety dove perfect. He's ready to. He was going to scoop it up. Waddle saved the interception. Also, if Waddle catches that route, it's Carolina Panthers. Remember when Cam Newton played in Miami last?
There's 2 guys.
He catches that dig route, and I think he outruns everybody across the field up the sideline.
Oh, he's gone. It's like the Green Bay game. He's gone.
And I do want to say this too. That's where the game ended, so we can kind of talk about whatever. But welcome back, Jalen Waddle. Wide receiver 1, Jalen Waddle is the real deal.
He is.
He took turns on Horn and whoever the other guy was. I don't know. I should know his name because I've seen the back of his. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. All I know is he took turns on those boys all day.
I mean, 110 yards, 1 touchdown, 6 catches.
And there was plenty of times where he burnt them, but didn't get, the ball or whatever. Like them dig routes were there all day.
They were. Yeah. I mean, welcome back, Jalen Waddle. It's good to see you back. And the offense, they operated pretty well, albeit it's the Panthers. We're finally playing a winning team again this Sunday against the Chargers. But there's one more thing we got to touch on in the game is, like, you don't go to Darren Waller once in the second half.
Well, they're staying true to his snap count apparently because he's basically just stayed on the sidelines in the second half for most of it.
Like, what are we doing?
I get that you're trying to save him, but it's like you can't win. Like, he's no good healthy if you're 1-5, 1-4. Like, Darren Waller healthy is what? Nothing. Like, it doesn't mean anything for the team. I mean, I get keeping him healthy, but Jesus Christ, man.
And I'll give Tua a lot of credit. I mean, Darren Waller terrorized that seam, and Tua threw the first quarter. Tua threw a fucking rocket in that hole. Right, but it was right over the linebackers, right underneath the safeties.
Yep.
Beautiful ball. I mean,
Threw a
it doesn't
couple
get
of
better.
those.
It doesn't get better than that. And I mean, that's the kind of threat you have with Darren Waller. And like, I didn't expect him to play this well. I don't think anybody expected him to play this well.
Not this well.
Thank God he's playing well, but I feel like he really could have had an impact in the game, and I just don't know why we took our foot off the gas. It's tough. It's a tough look in the second half.
It's tough because when you're in a year where you knew you were going to have to start some rooks and some young guys, and you miss on your first and second round picks, it's just not a good look. As of now, 5 games into the season, we have a whole season still, but as of now, Kenneth Grant and Jonah Savanea are misses. As of right now, especially Jonah. Jonah has been abysmal. That guy looks like he's on his own island. His footwork is atrocious. He's out there just fucking swaying and swiping at guys.
He looks like he's doing a lot of guessing.
He is.
It's bad, dude.
He's standing straight up. That's a big.
It's bad, and it sucks because what happens is Tua has no faith in his interior again. He's getting the happy feet when it counts, and it makes him look silly. And no, I'm not going to sit here and say Tua is all the problem. No, I'm mad at Tua for missing that throw to Waddle. Yes, but Tua is not the problem. He played well. He did play well.
He did.
But he just doesn't have the intangibles to overcome the bullshit that is in front of him. And that's just a fact.
Dude, we watched the game.
Just a fact.
We watched the game last night, and sometimes both the quarterbacks were the leading rushers. They couldn't do shit on the ground. I mean, Kareem. So in the fourth quarter, I will say that I'm pretty sure that the Chiefs gained a ton of yards on the ground. Kareem Hunt, Isaiah Pacheco. But at that point in the third quarter, Trevor Lawrence was the leading rusher. Patrick Mahomes was the leading rusher. And I mean, I don't know, dude. Jonah's getting beat on his one-on-ones. It's kind of hard. But maybe,
the whole line was going left, the whole line was going right, and he went left. Like, I don't know if you remember that play.
Yeah, that was the sack, the first sack by Brown. He got his lunch taken.
Coach Eric broke that down, and he even says, like, look at the center, look at the guard, and look at the foot of the tackle. It's a slide right protection. He's sliding left, and the defensive tackle comes right off his right shoulder, and it's tough, man. And you don't want to write off rookies. You learn your lesson with Chop, who's also playing terribly. I think he's the second worst.
Yeah, that was another
PFF rank or whatever. But it's been tough. It's a very that's a great segue. We love segues on this podcast. That is a great segue into Chris Greer's offseason moves and where they are at.
Hold on, I'm not done yet.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Because these people are out here saying he's learning a new position. Brother, football's football. I'm sorry. Pass pro is pass pro, dude. One-on-ones are one-on-ones. I don't give a fuck if you're on the left or right side. You played football your whole life. Get the hell out of here with that. I'm sorry. That is actual bullshit, in my opinion. Actual bullshit.
I think it matters some, but he's getting just whooped. It's not even close. It's not like you can lean a little bit. That, like, I was telling somebody, like, we might as well go out there with 4 offensive linemen. It's that bad. This dude is boob. What did y'all say? What did y'all call him? The people that fight the bulls?
Matadors.
He's out there playing Matador, bro. He's just straight.
And I don't want to hear and I also don't want to hear the rookies are rookies, because there's other rookie guards out there that are balling. Tate Ratledge.
Tate Ratledge is balling right now. And he was there. He was there too. We traded up again. So I just want to remind everybody that we traded up, because I love reminding people that.
Well, I'll say this too, because we love coming back and dunking on Greer. I was all in on Jonah. So that was the right pick. That was the right pick to me. They moved up, got the guy. I was thrilled for it. It hadn't worked out, so we're all guilty there. Normally we hate it. Normally, like, they go and get Liam. Ghost, what do you want to say?
I'm just saying, I have a tweet out there.
Oh God.
From draft night, and it ranks, my second rounders. And I had Will Campbell at the top, and Jonah was underneath him. I'm not saying that I said. I'm just saying as I was saying. That's all I got to put out there. I did have Will Campbell up there.
Will Campbell was a number 5 overall pick.
You mean Will Johnson? I didn't even want to give it to him.
Or Will Johnson. What am I saying?
Okay, I was about to say that's
Will Johnson, not Will Campbell. You're right.
Okay.
The cornerback from Michigan.
And look, don't get me wrong. Jonah could turn it around, right? But he knew we were going to need him right away. All offseason, you had time to prepare. You had an entire offseason, rookie mini camp. You had Kenneth Grant, had rookie mini camp. Kenneth Grant is standing straight up on the line.
It's
bro.
bad. Constantly.
Dude, Kenneth Grant's getting rolled up on Minka's freaking ankles.
It's crazy.
What are you doing?
By the way, shout out to Minka on that presser. He handled that question really well, dude.
He's such a professional.
Minka's a pro's pro.
Very professional.
Yeah, very, very professional. And, and listen,
also-
I know I'm dogging the young kids because it's tough. It's tough for us right now. But this soft culture's got to go, bro. We're fans. We're allowed to dog them. As much as we praise this team, we should be allowed to dog the team too. Like this is bullshit. Fucking finding Gannon bullshit, bro. It's football. This is football, dude. They know what they signed up for. You get your flowers and you also get your thorns.
Yeah, you got to be objective. Like that's what I call it. We can only talk about what the team puts in front of us. I mean, we don't. You think we want to have? Do you think we want to talk like this? No,
bro. I want to be talking about going 14-3 right now, dude. Fucking taking my shirt off, jumping in the fucking fountain. That's what I want to be doing right now. I don't want to be doing this. I just want everybody to be like, let me be clear real quick. I want to draw this sand in the line, dog. I'm done.
This is a pretty good question from Rafael Corright. Our GM's best pick of his career: Jarvis Landry, I'm assuming Minka Fitzpatrick, Laramie Tunsil, and Jalen Waddle. And I'm trying to think back because I think there was a tweet out there. It said,
I know there's one he's missing right off the bat.
Yeah,
Xavier Howard.
Xavier Howard is, Dolphins legend, but yeah, I mean, he's had 20. This is a crazy stat to hear. He's had 20.
Seth,
he's had
tarps
20,
come off at 14-3, brother.
Dude, fuck yeah, I'm taking my shirt off. I might go naked on here and just get the whole thing banned for life.
Real quick, I'm gonna let you make that point, Ghost. I just want to touch on this because I haven't been I've never said this out loud. I think I told y'all when it happened, and I'm not going to drop names.
Bobby the Priest, it's not your fault. It's not your fault, Bobby.
Remember when we was looking for a defensive coordinator, and it was like when Weaver was getting interviewed and Campanelli was getting interviewed, and I reached out to a very prominent player, and I said,
I remember.
I said, who are you thinking? And they said, I said Camp, because I remember we was all like in love with him because of the hard knocks bit. He goes, look, love Camp as a rah-rah guy, but he does not know ball. Dude, it's just so funny now because
and now he's the fucking
Camp has the Jacksonville Jaguars playing like the freaking Baltimore Ravens.
That's a really good point.
And I ain't gonna drop names, but that was a prominent defensive player.
I saw the DM. It was a real DM.
Yes.
It was a direct line.
Confirm.
Direct line to the Dolphins locker room, and they're shitting on Anthony Campanile, saying he doesn't know ball, he doesn't know this, he doesn't know shit. And that's coming from a former player. Obviously, he's not on the team anymore. But
don't give too much, man. We don't want to roll nobody out. Careful.
This was years ago.
But anyways, yeah, they were like, "Look, awesome rah-rah guy." And anybody who knows that, anybody knows when you call somebody a rah-rah guy, you're basically like discrediting anything else. Yeah. It's like, yeah, he yells.
And I just got to make another point about Weaver real quick.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Calais Campbell didn't have an issue.
No.
He didn't have an issue with gap control. Maybe, listen, you're trying to build a skyscraper and you're giving this guy hand tools, brother.
It's tough. It is
That's
tough.
exactly what I'm saying, J-Cap.
I don't think it's a talent issue. It's really hard for me. And I might be in that position where, the people think Tua is still a top 5 quarterback, and that's not a knock on him. But I feel like I'm in that position with the defensive front seven. I'm like, I refuse to believe they're not talented. Like, we've seen Chop Robinson play football. We've seen Jalen Phillips play good football. Bradley Chubb played great football. I mean, he's sack leader on the team right now.
All edges. How about the interior, buddy?
We've seen Zach Sealer play elite football. Obviously, Kenneth Grant and Jordan Phillips were question marks. We've seen Willie Gay play great football, not getting snaps. We've seen Jordan Brooks play great football. So, I refuse to believe this is a talent issue. At some point, you have to put your guys in the right positions, regardless, if they're going to make their own decision on the field. As a coach, you got to fucking fix that. You have 5 weeks of tape. You got to fix it. And we haven't fixed it.
My only defense to that theory, and this is just spitballing because at this point, we're just trying to find something, right, guys?
Yeah.
Like I said, they get in very beneficial situations. Like, I feel like Weaver gets them in great situations, like 3rd and 8s all day long. And it's just like, they can't get off the damn field. It's a defensive holding. Somebody's getting burned. So it's like, it's not an excuse for Weaver. I just feel like, at some point there is a lot of limitations, and it's just like, I really don't know. But they get put in great situations. Like that's a dream. You want to be in 3rd and 8 more than anything else.
It's tough.
But
it's tough. I do think that's a good point we can touch on before we get into our Chargers at Dolphins predictions, of course, is breaking down Chris Greer's offseason and seeing how it's been playing out 5 weeks into the season. Obviously, we've already hit on the draft picks. Jonas Savaiinaya, Kenneth Grant, not doing great here. Okay. Dante Trader is getting a lot of playing time. He's a player. I mean, that
was great. It's Tom. How would you explain his time here? Tom.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, as far as the NFL, as far as the 2025 drash. I'm calling it drash. That's literally just came out.
That's fair.
The top 2 picks I think actually Blizzy said this was like, hey, listen, we need to pump the brakes because we're relying on so many things to go right on this offensive line. And like, he kind of nailed every single one of them. I got to give him credit because he's like, this offensive line, we're relying on Austin Jackson to stay healthy, hasn't been able to stay healthy. We're relying on James Daniels to stay healthy coming off an Achilles injury. We're relying on Jonas Savaiinaya to just play great football all of a sudden, first starts in the league. And then Patrick Paul, who has been a bright spot, him and Aaron Brewer have been very good. They've been very good. And, Patrick Paul deserves all the flowers that he can get. But then also on the defensive side, it's like, dude, we really needed Kenneth Grant to work out. Like, definitely, we drafted him when we had it was 2. We had Zach Sealer and we had Benito Jones as our defensive tackles on our depth chart. And that was it. When we drafted Kenneth Grant, we added everybody after that, obviously. And Jordan Phillips is like kind of taking his spot on the chart. Jason Marshall Jr. had a great camp, injury issues. And, he did play very well for what he was for a rookie in the slot. And he did earn that spot. I believe, who was it? Who was the not Artie Burns? He got injured. Who was the other cornerback that he?
Oh, Mike Hilton.
Mike Hilton got released. I mean, he obviously got picked up and is playing great football all of a sudden, of course, because that's the Miami Dolphins way. Ollie Gordon, we've seen flashes of him in the Bills game, kind of bullying guys. And I just don't think we were getting anything going on the ground. So, and Zeke Biggers, haven't seen too much of him, as the season rolled on here. But the draft class the 2025 draft class for Chris Greer is not good right now. It's not good.
Well, I like when it all went down, I thought our hands were tied going into the offseason. I didn't expect much. I thought we was going to lose a lot of key veterans and not replace them. I thought they really did as best they could at replacing people and filling holes. Reality of it is, though, we did it with rookies. We did it with cheaper guys. It looked good on paper, but we're paying the price. We knew that it was going to be bumps, but it's been a little worse than that. So we thought that, Jonah on the left side, Patrick, we just take the little learning curve, but it would be beneficial for the run game. It's been worse than that. We thought Jason Marshall earned the slot job. It was like, are we really going to get away with this right now? Holy crap. And it's like, you could tell he was a rookie in the slot. That's a really hard position to play. You got no help. You're guarding both sides. So, we went all in. I think it looked great in the all season as much as they did with as little resources as they had. But you pay the price losing people like, Calais Campbell. You pay the price. It just is what it is. You can't replace 20 years. You just can't.
You really do. And you see, especially veterans that are leaving. I mean, you see Calais Campbell leaving. It's like you do value veterans. And I think that there is a value to having veterans on your team. And I mean, look at the plays that Minkah Fitzpatrick makes. Shout out again, O-line Eric on Dolphins Twitter. He posted a play today and he's like, this is just veteran instinct from Minkah Fitzpatrick, where he is playing a run fit on the outside. They run a toss play to the left side, and Minkah takes this hop step and then hops back and literally bulls a tackle, a fucking offensive tackle into the backfield and forces Rico Dowdle to cut inside where there's help. And Eric's just like, dude, this is a veteran play. He knew that he was out of position got into position just so he can force that back inside to Dotson and Brooks. And it turned a 15, 20-yard gain, maybe a touchdown, who knows, with our tackling, into a 2-yard gain, 3-yard gain. So you do value veterans at the positions, and it's just like, I feel like every season since 2022, this team has just it's been built like a house of cards, man.
Hey, Ghost.
What's up?
Who's the number 1 D tackle in the league right now in PFF?
The number one, T.R. Tart.
Cool.
I think he's a former Dolphin. And we said that he couldn't play the position. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, every single – dude, we caught the guy. Was that
Fangio,
though? I don't think T.R. Tart was Fangio.
I feel like it was Fangio.
I think that was last year. T.R. Tart was here last year.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, he was here last year. Yeah, that's too old for Fangio. But goddamn, the guy's playing great run defense. He plays for the Chargers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If we're going to see him next week.
Yeah, we will.
That's going to be
so
great.
So will Jonah.
Yeah, so will Jonah Savaianaya. And the thing is, like, dude, week 2, week 1, I'm like, is that T.R. Tart making plays? And he was just making plays all game. In that Chiefs game, bro, he was in the backfield. I think he had like 3 tackles for losses against the Chiefs. And I'm like, of course, it's a former Dolphin. Happens every single year. Happens every year. Mike Hilton is making plays for the Colts right now.
Yeah.
It's just, and that it kind of brings you back. I appreciate the Divar for being open. Listen, man, we're gonna run this thing, and remember how the Panthers podcast shut down? We'll run it until that point. Well, maybe we'll give it another season. We'll have a rebuild. We'll have a dive bar rebuild year this year. And
yeah, we're gonna do a rebuild.
We're gonna do a rebuild year this year. We'll bring back Eric. Bring back Eric.
I'm not gonna lie. Tonight's podcast just pissed me off all over again.
I know. It's a lot easier doing a Monday night football game going into Tuesday. Sunday, you got too much time in between, man.
Yeah, you can't compete with Monday night football, so
yeah. All right, let's we got 12 minutes here left. Got to get into the chart. I mean, we got to break down the Chargers game just because of the next thing that's coming up. And
you want me to start?
Yeah, you can go. Go ahead. Are you doing the Shadur Sanders?
Yeah, he's dropping knowledge right now.
He's doing the Shadur Sanders right now. For those that are listening on Spotify, Joe Robbie is miming what we're going to do in the game. He's not muted. He's just miming. Okay. Great breakdown. Go ahead, Bob.
That was well said. I'm always interested to see how players respond to these kind of situations because, like, yeah, that's true too. T.R. Tart was on his last leg of his last leg. Like, he had been churned out a few times already. And then he didn't even make it into camp for us. But to talk about the Chargers, I'm always looking forward to seeing how people respond. I mean, this is a great weekend. Hey, if Tua wants to earn some brownie points, everybody knows you get triple points this weekend.
You do because
that's bottom line.
Obviously you have anytime Tua plays his direct peers, the 2020 draft class quarterbacks, especially Herbert, because Dolphins Twitter loves Herbert conversations and Herbert discourse. Chargers have a winning record. Miami Dolphins have this history. Last 6 years, you cannot beat winning teams. We beat one winning team since 2022, and that was the Miami Dolphins of the NFC, the Dallas Cowboys, and thank God we had Jason the Godleg Sanders on our team, or else we weren't going to win that game.
Wait, what did Keith just say?
Y'all, for those listening, Keith, obviously Keith, legend of Dolphins Twitter. No, everybody knows Keith. He posted in the chat, "I'm trying to eat a foot long with a loose tooth." So, a foot long. Are we talking hot dog or are we talking Subway foot long?
Foot long corn dog on a nude beach.
Yeah. Anyway, once we get that question answered, we'll put it in the chat. But I do think the Chargers. I don't know. I saw a Chargers fan post this meme, and it kind of really. We have an answer for Keith. It's a chili dog. So foot-long chili dog. A lot of mess there.
From Circle K.
Yeah. What I was saying is, I saw a Chargers fan post on Twitter today. It was a funny meme. It showed the PFF stats of the Chargers offensive line right now, which are like in the 50s, 40s, 30s.
Yeah, 40s.
And it showed our defensive line in like the 30s, 20s, 40s. And the caption of the tweet was a movable object meets, what is it? A movable or a
It's an immovable object versus a movable object.
Yeah, it was like a something movable force meets a movable object. Basically trashing both teams. And it's like, I really don't know. I mean, could this be the game that the Miami front seven figures it out? Weaver's seat, maybe he goes home. He's like, dude, this seat's fucking on fire. I can't even sit down. He's in tape. He's on tape. He's watching film, and we dial up something. Shout out Mo Sauce's Dolphins legend, of course, called Mo Sauce is calling the Tyreek deal was peak Dolphin spaces.
Yeah, that was when spaces were cool.
Only been downhill from there. But yeah, it's going to be tough. But
Jesus
our defense.
Christ, T. Lee.
T. Lee, at least you got teeth. I do think that our defense can't stop. Our defense can't stop a nosebleed, dude. And
I love it.
Quentin Johnson is good. Keenan Allen's back on fire. Justin Herbert is good. Justin Herbert can play football, and he can run the football. And we have a terrible time stopping any quarterback that attempts to scramble. We've known that since we played Josh Allen twice a year for how many years? I don't think it's going to be hard to see Miami pull us out.
Yeah, I agree. And shout out to the real kings of the South Florida sports right now. Panthers just won 3-2 versus the Blackhawks on their ring ceremony night. Went down early, 1-0. Adversity is actually opportunity when you're a Florida Panther. Came back and won.
Still waiting for some of that opportunity.
And I'll give you my real prediction for the Chargers game is pretty simple.
Tons of adversity.
It's either shit or get off the pot. So this game could go one of two ways. I don't think there's any way we blow them out. We either win a nail biter, maybe a last second field goal, or we get blown out. There's no in between, I think.
Yeah. I feel like this game's going to go not the way anybody thinks it's going to go. It's like, what if Miami wins like 45-0? I wouldn't be surprised, because I feel like everyone's going to think that like Chargers are going to come in, roll Miami's defense. And like, of course, this would be the game that gets everybody back on track. Herbert to a discourse is at an all-time high.
Yep.
Or we just get fucking smoked, period. And like, that's it. That's it. That's 5 losses right there.
Look, I know that we are actually.
Is that 6 losses? No, that'd be 5 losses.
5 losses.
Yeah.
But that'd be like, that might fold up the tents. They might have to move.
I was going to ask you guys, if we do lose to the Chargers in a disgusting fashion, does anybody get fired?
I don't know, dude.
At this point, I'm not counting on people to get fired in this place.
Me neither.
I don't know.
I'd say yes, they should. I mean, Panthers' loss was a fireable offense, in my opinion.
Stephen Ross doesn't like firing people. I mean, he did it with Joe Philbin, but he doesn't fire guys midseason, man.
I am chain-lipping these tonight. I'm so anxious.
Yeah, I know.
I will say this, too, about go back to Minka a little bit. Being in person and seeing how much he does, dude, that guy does everything.
He's all over the field.
He was lining up at cornerback. He was running in motion with man. Dude, they'd run a guy in motion over here. He'd go with him outside. They'd run him back in motion, throw a quick screen to him, and he'd make the tackle running behind the linebackers. It's just like, dude, Minka does so much.
Well, go ahead.
I was going to say, and maybe that's the Tart situation is really an eye-opening situation for us, because we were asking all these young guys to come in and just produce right away. And that's not a position that maybe you can come straight away in and start to produce. It's very rare if it does happen, right? So maybe this is a situation where we kind of, all right, listen, we're going to suck this year, but these guys are going to develop and they're actually getting reps. They're not sitting on the bench. I mean, that's just a positive take, right? Like, that's just me trying to understand the situation at hand. Maybe we got a little too excited, thinking that these young guys were going to come right in and start dominating because they were dominant in college. It's a different game. I mean, Weaver said it himself in the presser, like, hey, man, Kenneth Grant, unbelievable college player, playing against maybe some shitty guards and shitty centers. In the NFL, there's no such thing.
Yeah, it's tough. I just don't know the way the game's going to go. I have no idea. But yeah, it's hard to say if anybody gets fired this season. I'm kind of still stuck on it. I've said it even when 3 weeks ago. I'm like, I don't think anyone's going to get fired, no matter how bad the season goes. And this whole idea that the Flores lawsuit is kind of holding up Chris Greer. I don't know. Would he throw Stephen Ross under the bus after 25 years of service to the guy?
I mean, all right, hear me out.
The organization,
we lose to the Chargers. Nobody show up to that fucking stadium for the rest of the year.
You can't go to games.
Save your fucking money. That's the only way we're going to make Steve Ross hear us. We have to fire Greer, brother. His time is over. And I know it's the lawsuit, and it's literally hindering us as an organization. It sucks. It's really, 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 really shitty right now. The guy is not an NFL GM. Great guy. I'm sure he's a great human. I'm not when we talk shit on this podcast, we're not talking about the human side. Right? We're talking about the NFL product that we devote our fucking weeks and months towards. We're 365 days talking about the Miami Dolphins. We deserve better. 365 days. I don't care if it's the NHL playoffs. I don't care if it's the NBA playoffs. I don't care if the fucking World Cup is here. We're talking about the Miami Dolphins on the timeline.
Yep. Yeah, dude.
We're coming in here every Tuesday talking about the Miami Dolphins. And this just is really fucked up for us as fans.
Look at this guy coming in here. Chargers fan here, but love the pod. Hey, man. We appreciate you. You're at least 3-2, and we're 1-4. Miami has a shot this weekend for sure. We have 0. Listen, buddy, if you want to talk 0 run game and
hold on, let him cook. Hold on, he's cooking.
He goes, we have 0 run game and no one to threaten Dolphins shit defense, and our O-line at the moment is in shambles. Let me just give you a little education. You're right.
He's still going.
If McDaniel pounds rock with Achane, our defense has given up 120 plus yards. Yeah, 100. I wish we gave up 120 plus rushing yards a game. We're giving up probably 160 a game right now. And the last guy that we gave a rushing
147, I think it was.
Yeah, it was.
Dude, I never forget this too. At the end of the Panthers game, this hurt bad. It was like Rico Dowdle, second most single game rushing yards in Panthers history today. It was like his first start in his career.
Ure.
Yeah, Ure. It doesn't matter if.
And dude, they have like D'Angelo Williams.
Yeah,
Jonathan Stewart.
That's the London. That's the Thunder
Foster.
Lightning. Jonathan
Hey,
Stewart.
didn't they have Tolbert, baby?
Mike Tolbert.
Tolbert, baby. I used to, the touchdown vulture in fantasy.
Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be that's a hard sell for Dolphins fans right now, Yuri. It's so bad. Like it's so bad that it's not just a Panthers issue. Like this was all season. We didn't lose guys like on defense. This has just been that's I think that's what you're kind of missing is you're coming at it from a standpoint where like, oh, we lost guys.
How do we forget McCaffrey?
McCaffrey, of course.
Do better.
Holy shit.
My bad. He's a real lunch pail guy. How do I forget him? Real locker room guy.
By the way, shout out Ure for sliding on us, man. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate it. Right.
Seriously.
But
I know we're doing a bunch of bitching and complaining, but I'm sure you guys are too.
This isn't Ure. This is not a situation where we lost guys and we're trying to replace guys on defense. This is the starting 7 from week 1, and we haven't stopped a single soul on the ground. So you can put a Mary Hampton back there. You could put fucking the ghost of Austin Eckler back there. You can put whoever you want back there.
Ghost of Adam Gase.
Hold on.
You put me
back
there.
Predicted us to lose. We're winning on Sunday. Put your money on it.
Yeah.
I will say this. Like we were talking about this a little bit earlier, Ghost. I know you were being funny or facetious. I don't know what you're doing on the timeline. I can't keep up with your I can't keep up with your moves. But dude, the Charger fans have a reason to be upset. They're 0-2 right now, and they just lost to the Giants, who lost to the Saints. I mean, they're playing bad football.
Giants front 7 would fuck us
they
up
lost
too.
those 2 bookend tackles, and Herbert went pedestrian. It's been insane what those boys meant to that team.
It was Joe Altman.
Boys,
Who else?
Boys, I got news for you. The Patriots are back.
The light skinned dude. He's great. He's the highest paid tackle in football.
Who the fuck fuck was I know. But yeah, Panthers.
Slater.
That's right. 2 draft picks. 2 draft picks. Imagine building an offensive line through the draft. I can't. But yeah, I mean, the New England Patriots are back. I posted in the group chat. I'm like, dude, has anybody looked at Drake May's stats this year? He's got
he's slinging
He's
it,
got
dude.
1,300 yards. He's at like a 75% completion rate, 108 rating, 110 yards on the ground, and 10 total touchdowns to 2 interceptions. Like, fuck, man.
And that kid's got grit, dude. He had a 330-pound lineman hanging on his neck, and he made that throw, brother. And I was like, that was it for me. I was like, all right, I got to start.
And this isn't to undersell him because he played his ass off. Like, he made plays that he shouldn't have made against the Bills.
That
but
roll
like,
fuck.
If he figures it, he only has to be good with Vrabel, and they're going to win a lot of games. He's looking like he could be great. You know, he looks like a solid kid. So like, he's with Vrabel. They're not gonna give up. That's what I'm saying. They're not gonna give up a lot of games where they give up more than 24 points. I mean, they had the Bills looking pedestrian. 3 fumbles? They look lost.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Mike Vrabel.
I had a Bills fan in my DM this. I think it was either yesterday or the day before. And I gotta say, Bills fans do not see the light at the end of the tunnel right now. Even though they're sitting at 4-1, like they do not feel good about their team.
It's all relative. It's super relative, man.
Yeah.
It's just like they're looking at like, all right, we always get the playoffs, and then we get the playoffs, and then we shit the bed, and like we're just fucking trying to finish with 8 wins. It's relativity.
Well, you talk about bend don't break. The Bills literally live by that. They literally get in shootouts and win by 3 every week. Now they do it more times than not, but that's why when they finally do lose, everybody remembers all those barely wins, and they're like, oh, we really ain't about it. That's the thing about being a Bills fan.
And look, their first 4 games were versus some weak people too.
Yeah, I think they had to cheat. The Ravens week 1, that was an impressive win, but not now, obviously. But
that was an impressive. That was one of my favorite games.
That was a great game. They came back from like 20, right, from the Ravens, and that was awesome.
Yeah. And then us, the Jets, and the Saints.
The Saints, and they almost lost to the damn Saints without a drop touchdown.
Saints are a little gritty right now. I think
Spencer Rattler.
I might just start laying some money on
that. Spency.
I might just start laying some money on the Saints money lines just to. Hey,
I'm impressed with the Jaguars because they really did turn the culture around in one off season.
They played good football.
Good offense. So clearly the head coach hire was a decent hire, which McDaniel was a genius his first year too. So we'll see. But good offense. And then Cavanelli's got the defense humming. They haven't been known for defense ever. They've had some decent offenses. They've never had a defense. Well, I take that back. Actually, when they went to the AFC Championship with Jalen Ramsey and they had Bortles at quarterback, their defense was sick.
Yeah, they were nasty. That was a nasty Jags defense. funny that you bring up Blake Bortles. Is his name came up on the timeline a lot in Dolphins Twitter, and a lot of people are predicting that Tua is going to have that Blake Bortles stat line with the record to not go along with it. And it was pretty good. It was a pretty good comparison because Tua is right now, he's on pace for like 35, 40 touchdowns right now. He's a quarter of the season in. He's got 10 touchdowns.
Statistically, if you just look at the stats, Tua's like, you would think we were 4-1.
You would think so. And I think it was a really good, that's all I'm going to say about it. Like, it's not like a thing or anything, but it's funny that you brought up Blake Bortles because he was brought up on the timeline. He's got that, Tua's got that Blake Bortles stat line right now with the 1-4 record.
Man,
but
I would just love to see like an old school trap play, some counter runs, some just conventional runs, bro, with these running backs and Alec Ingold and Julian Hill coming around the edge. Like, I would love to just see some traditional run plays, bro. These outside zones are so predictable that you got 6-7 guys on the outside waiting.
Outside zone is so tough because you have to sustain blocks for more than 2 seconds, and you got to be athletic to get it out there. And outside zone gets when you lose on an outside zone, you're losing 5 yards. It's not like it's not like you're getting stuffed at the line of scrimmage. And that's what the outside zone, it's like live and die by the sword. If you lose an outside zone play and you lose it badly, -7, -5, -3, -2. But if you win, obviously, you're looking at 15, 20-yard gains at a chunk. But these guys,
and I feel like McDaniel's obsessed with it, dude. He's obsessed with the chunk plays.
But that's his scheme. That is his scheme, and that's the Shanahan scheme. That's what we have, and I don't see him running powers, traps, something like that. It's tough.
I would just love to see Ollie Gordon in with some powers and trap plays and see what happens. I would just love to see it one time.
Hey, let me say this too, and especially since I've seen it in person Sunday. Jake Bailey's booming the ball right now.
Playing great football.
Well, he's getting a lot of reps, bro. He's getting a lot of reps.
Bro, the hang time too. Like he's not just like he's booming the ball like 65 yards. And dude, it's like it's fair catch every time, and it's 65 yards. Like, dude, that ball is like, dude, I went and got popcorn one time, came back, ball still in the air.
Yeah, Jake Bailey's playing some good football right now. He's playing some good football. We got to give the punter some credit here.
No, like,
all right.
dude, we ragged on Jake Bailey. So, like, he won that competition, and that dude's fucking booming him, dude. That's crazy.
Before we wrap, this was an all-time moment for me on Dolphins Twitter was when we had Keith, special guest, and when spaces were spaces. And he had us going, I believe in the regular season, he had us going 19-3 by my calculations. All-time great by Keith. That was probably one of my funnest spaces. So shout out Keith.
This is an interesting comment from a Chargers fan, given the history.
I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, that's a pretty good narrative. Is like, dude, we have the O-line for whatever reason. We've invested in it, but it's gotten worse.
Swing and a miss.
Like it's not like we haven't tried. Like Robert Hunt, he was our best guard in the last 6 years for sure. He wanted a contract. He went to the Panthers on a big contract. We couldn't
out for the year.
We invested in Jonas Avainaya. We invested in Aaron Brewer, which is great. He's been playing well. Patrick Paul, we invested in, playing well.
Austin Jackson, Liam Eichenberg.
Austin Jackson, we invested in. He's gotten hurt every season -1. Sounds just like Tua.
I can't do this anymore.
Keon Smith, Rob Jones.
Keon Smith, Rob Jones.
Rob,
yeah, I mean, dude, we've tried. Brother, you're right. We have tried. It's not for a lack of trying.
But he's right, though. The Dolphins front office have let Tua down because they made those picks. I mean, bottom line.
Yeah, I mean, last thing I'll say about Miami Dolphins build is over the last 6 years, we've fucked ourselves by not drafting best player available. Now, I know it's kind of hard in the draft. Sometimes best player available is for a need, but it's not always. That's a special time when that happens. And that's why we don't have Tua or whoever it may be, but Justin Jefferson, Jonathan Taylor. We were drafting for need and not best player available. And, this is where it catches up to you. We're trying to find guys and polish them, before they need polishing.
I think we got a little top heavy there for a minute too. Like when we went Waddle, Tyreek, we kind of leaned into that. I think they caught themselves and have tried to correct it, but they got a little like we can overcome this with speed. And it's like, yeah, but you got to play football in January. Like that's cool. But bottom line is you got to play.
J-Cap, we miss you, brother. Welcome back. You haven't been here in a while, dude. Good Lord, you're the man.
Oh, Tara said, wrap it up.
Yeah, I'm so tired of it. This is what the Miami Dolphins do to you as a fan base. You just find yourself talking about the same shit year in.
Dude, it's like a hamster wheel, bro.
Hamster wheel, brother. Hamster wheel.
That's why we appreciate y'all showing up every Tuesday, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, look, like I said before we came on, I'm making my heel turn right now. But listen, if we're gonna be miserable, we might as well do it together.
Might as well.
Stronger together.
Might as well do it as a family. We cheer as a family. We sulk as a family. Yeah. One band, one sound, baby.
Boys, we're an hour and 8 minutes in. Let's wrap.
Final
thoughts. Dolphins lose. I'm finally going to predict a loss. Dolphins lose fucking 31-20.
Fair. I'll take 34-20.
I don't know, man.
Go ahead, Bobby.
It's because I can be different here just because it's like they shouldn't win, like you said earlier. So this will be the game they show up.
Yeah, maybe we should all predict losses and then win.
Yeah, let's actually I'm down with that because let's
let's do that.
Predict the loss. But I'm not counting out a win here. Yeah. But I think it's either gonna be like they fold up completely and go, Steve Ross, fire somebody. We have given up with this regime.
Yeah.
Or they show up and they look like a football team, like the Rams game, and play a complete game. And you're like, why have you not been doing this shit all year?
I
So
need
it-
it, Bob. I need it, dog.
I
Yeah,
feel
you
like
do,
we
bro. You said 7 words tonight. You need it bad, boy.
I need it, dog.
They took Joe's super.
I do feel like last thing I'll say is I do feel like Anthony Weaver is gonna his seat's on fucking fire, dude. Because he's the first body gone. I think that if
He's
anyone's
the
going,
easiest one to blame. 100%.
he's the easiest one to blame. He's not like you can bump up a guy, the defensive coordinator, the linebacker coach, whoever the fuck it may be, and you get away with it. So he could be in the lab just dialing up some diabolical shit like Brian Flores did against the Ravens on Monday Night Football when he just brought out the cover 0, send 7 guys every single fucking play, single play for the entire game, and then we beat Lamar Jackson.
I think what makes it bittersweet a little bit, like I would be more inclined to be like fire McDaniel, but like we were excited about Weaver. Now it's like I don't know. It's like fire McDaniel, but
That's what I'm saying. You don't have a replacement.
It's like it's like
you don't have an interim. What are you going to promote Anthony Weaver?
I got an interim for you.
I got
an interim
Go
for
ahead.
you.
Go ahead.
Darren Bevel.
Okay, that's the obvious choice. I'll give you one just because Dolphins history says they'll go this route. Dude, I'll say this, and this is like dark horse. But I was at the game Sunday, and let me tell you who coaches his ass off. Considering he doesn't have to coach but one play every 10 plays, dude, our new special teams coach.
Yeah, he's a dog.
Dog, I'm not gonna lie. Dude, he's like, I thought he looks like the head coach on the sidelines. He paces.
Yeah.
He's going down here talking to this guy. He's coming back down here. He's got a notepad. He's always doing notes and he's always talking. He's like, hey, going over here talking to this player. It's like, that guy don't even have nothing to do with you. He's like, dude, that guy is treading. Good hire. Good hire, nonetheless.
I vote, and we'll end on this note. I vote with Travis Wingfield, interim coach.
Let's go.
Fuck it.
Hey, shout out Trav, dog. Tough job when we're losing.
He's bringing River back for sure.
Such a tough job.
Nobody does a better job, dude. It's a tough job for him, man.
Yeah, getting on, do drive time. You know, it's a Dolphins podcast, and you know it's run by the team. I shout out that guy. You know, getting up, coming to work on these types of. It's easy to do it when you're winning. It's tough to do media jobs when you're losing.
Yeah, I agree.
There
Either way, boys, just win. That's it.
Just win.
Just win.
Yeah, Craig Ackerman, if that's how you say it, he's logged in on the sidelines. That boy is logged in.
All right, guys.
It was a long one tonight, but it was needed.
Appreciate y'all. As always, make sure you like, subscribe, help us hit our next goal of 5,000. We're going for the 5K mark. So let's
that's crazy.
Let's push and let's try to get there. Got some obviously we y'all know now that we're gonna make a move with Stay Tranquilo, but we have some exciting stuff in the works there. Obviously, we've told you most of it. But yeah, awesome. Appreciate y'all coming through.
All right, boys. See you later. Shout out Dolphins Nation.